Yo, what's up, guys? So we're back again with another deck profile. We're gonna do Roger's Verena deck profile.
Yep.
I believe we have one match on this uploaded already on the channel. We're gonna have one match uploaded, depending on the situation. You know, I can't guarantee shit. So yeah. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Alright, cool. So let's start with Verena right chain, obviously. Blaze Maiden. The whole reason why I play the deck. Just too good.
That is true.
Yeah. Obviously it's grade 2, right on 1. Search your deck for a Trickstar called the Rearguard. Grade 3 on grade 2, Soul Blast 1. Search your deck for the TD version of Verena, which is not bad. This is a free card, and you get Overdress on your first turn, grade 3.
Yeah.
Let's start off with grade 3. Obviously, 4 Verena in total.
Nirvana.
Nirvana. Yeah.
Holy shit, people are gonna get triggered. He's calling Nirvana Verena.
So again, Verena. So anyway, Nirvana, 3 up, obviously too good. Discard a card, get a Trickstar. On attack, counterblast 1. All units with the Overdress ability get 10k. So you don't have to be Overdress to get that skill.
Yeah, you don't have to be in the Overdress state, just straight up Overdress.
Just call a unit. You could call a Valiente, 23 attacker just because of the counterblast 1 skill.
That's good.
Right. Next card. I played 3 copies of Blazing Fist. So, I know this is kind of a niche card, but I like the multi-attacking aspect of the deck.
Oh, is that why you play it?
That's why I play it. Also, it's not a bad card to just swing and just use the skill. It's at the end of the battle. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, kill a front row unit on your opponent's board, call a 0. Any 0 of your choice. And you have to call it to like any rearguard. It doesn't have to be open rearguard. So you could like literally swing vanilla with another unit, call Trickstar, and if it still hits because you're Persona Road, you swing with Trickstar, and then you go into Urger, so you multi-attack with this card. Yeah. I run 3 just because I want to see it, and I'd rather have the chance to see it often, so I can always plan to play if I have it.
Now this is most optimal during the Persona right turn, correct?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. 23 attacker and 15 Trickstar. At 3 to 4 damage, you're gonna push him to 5. Really good. Now for my Overdress unit, I play 4 Arcs. Arcs is just a card. Draw 2. I run 4. I know people only run 2 or 3, but I run 4 just to always see it.
Pot of Greed, what do?
Pot of Greed,
what do?
Yeah, since you're playing 2 cards from hand, basically Trickstar, then him, he just replaces those 2 cards you just played. So you're always going to have a steady amount of hand. Never have to minus. Plus 5k. Always nice.
Yeah.
Alright, the next card I'm going to show is going to be Arena. 2 from the trial deck. Just 2 because you could search one out. If you get another one, 20k beat stick. And honestly, it's 20k beat stick, honestly. Just too good of a card not to run. But I don't want to run too many because other than a 20k beat stick, the Soul Blast 2 is really irrelevant for the deck. It's too cost heavy, and if I ever use it, I'm going to be at a disadvantage with resources trying to go into Urger.
Also, if you're ever using this Soul Blast 2, it's mainly against Bruce, correct?
Yes.
To retire their starter?
To retire their starter. That's about it. And
Bushy really screwed us by not giving us an SP version of this.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset about it because he's the only base rarity Verena I have in the whole deck.
Yeah. He's not base rarity. His base rarity is common.
It's common, yeah, but good as it gets.
Yeah, as good as it gets. Yeah.
At least he's not Diazor. I can't afford another Diazor.
Bet.
Yeah. So the next card, obviously, the boss of the card, in my opinion, which is weird because back then in Vanguard, the boss was grade 3s, but it's under 2s.
Yeah.
Urger. Best card I have ever seen in this format. Soul Blast 2. After your Trickstar attacks, if you have a Nirvana as Vanguard, you superior Overdress from hand, you countercharge 1. And he's a plus 10 power, plus 10k shield as long as he's Overdress. So he is just a free card. Early game, you just Overdress him like the hard way, Trickstar straight into him, swing 20k, and your opponent cannot respond to it really. Like if he swings at it, he has to dedicate a booster, and then he has to get a trigger in order to hit it.
Or like if you're just dropping them turn 1, they have to drop a 15k if they're not on grade 3 yet. So
exactly.
It's numbers.
And the other kicker too is that he's not what do you say?
During your turn only.
Well, it's during your turn only. During
both.
To have Nirvana as Vanguard. You have to beat Nirvana as well, right? Yeah, you have to beat Nirvana. Yeah, it's the only way you have to beat Nirvana to do it. So first turn, grade 3 ride, you can just get a Malfuck right off the bat. Real easy.
It's really good.
Yeah. Dangerous card, honestly.
Card's scary. 15k shield. Nothing to laugh about.
So next one on the grade 1, 4 Togas. Toga Shirachi. Yeah. So obviously the 4 because every time we use the right chain, you discard it, you soul charge, you build up soul. And for Nirvana skill, discard him, soul charge, call a Trickstar. So you basically don't neg with this card because of sure, you're -1 from hand, but you still get the Trickstar and you get a soul, so you always get resources. Too good of a card not to use, honestly. I recommend get 4 of. If you don't run 4, I recommend the 4 just because these are cards that I feel for the future of the deck, if more Soul Blasting occurs, you will need it.
I just think in general it's a really good staple for Dragon Empire.
Yes, it is.
Like you always want to have soul, especially like in Eugene as well. Because Eugene you can ditch and shove it into soul. But I don't know if you play it in Eugene.
Eugene is a little bit different, but that's for some other time.
That's another time.
2 Mirrors. 6k booster. When your Overdress, when your unit that's Overdress attacks, you can soul charge her and gain +5. Not really that amazing, but it just free soul. Another kicker too is really good is that if you're going for the multi attack aspect of the deck, like this, you can have a Trickstar on the rear guard on this side like this. You could swing boosted to a rear guard, or then go into Urger and then soul charging to get bigger power. Or you could go into this, call a Trickstar, boost, go into Urger and swing again.
Just good combos.
Good combos. I don't play too much of it because of it's 6k. Doesn't really boost for big numbers. It's only there for just to build up a little bit more soul.
Now, the question: how do you feel about the 13k booster for Trickstar?
So yes, that's a card that I just recently saw in action. It's a card that I really like, but my one gripe is that it only works for Trickstar. It only works for Trickstar, and I'm more heavily on the resource management of the deck. I want to always be able to use my abilities, and if I do have excess amount of soul, which will happen rarely, I at least have Verena to expend that soul, you know? Just a personal preference, and that's about it. Next card, Perfect Guard, obviously. You want to guard everything. Big numbers.
Very big numbers.
Over trigger scares me. Then,
the money of the deck.
The money of the deck, I guess you could say.
The hard cash.
No, I'm not going to play Trickstars as a starter. Don't need to. I'd rather have them in my deck because I always want to see it. I can search one out, and if I have one in hand, I'm okay with discarding it. Because if I discard it, I can always get it back with this. Soul Charge 1, and I can go into Urger. And as a starter, I'm forced to Soul Blast this card sometimes, and I'm like, oh, sure, he works, but if you go second, you lose out of the potential draw 1.
Yeah, you want to draw 1 off.
And I want to draw 1 for going second.
You don't have 4 DSR, you can't play this deck.
Sadly, the weight of the DSR fixes your ratios when you're direct check.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. And lastly, triggers.
For legal reasons, that's a joke, Bushy Road.
Yeah. And lastly, triggers. Over trigger, obviously.
Does nothing for this deck.
Yeah, it's just there for show. It's a space holder. And 7 crits, 4 heals, 4 front.
No draw triggers.
No draw triggers. So the reason why I don't play draw triggers in this deck compared to my Overlord build is because Overlord, again, you draw trigger multiple times, you want to draw, you want to discard proper cards, you don't want to discard your good stuff. In this deck, because most of the time you're multi-attacking, you're always going to be calling units on top of units sometimes. And draw triggers is kind of like, how do I say this? Draw triggers don't really do much. I'd rather have my whole focus of power or my regular tip for multiple damage. Yeah, the draw triggers are fine, but because of the way the deck plays, because you have, for example, arcs, you draw a lot. You draw a hell of a lot. I just want the crit pressure because usually when you go for your multi-attacking, after you swing with this, you go Urger. Urger is your biggest attacker on the board.
Yep.
And he's going to swing for 20 by himself, 30 with Nirvana skill, 40 personal ride, and then you get a crit 50.
Nance has numbers.
That's 50 with 2 damage, potential 2 damage, or 55 if you have the Mirren grade 1 card.
Hoggies.
Yeah.
Nirvana plays.
Yeah, Nirvana is all about big numbers, multi-attacking, or you could just go the other build, which is big numbers, and that's it, just big numbers.
Big numbers.
But they're consistent big numbers, that's the thing. You don't have to go the extra mile to set up your board.
Is that your build?
Yes.
I just play the big number variant.
From my experience, I say there's no really wrong way to play the Dragon Empire deck unless you combine Overlord with the Trickstar. Then that's a whole other story.
Or unless you combine anything with Eugene, that's also bad.
Oh yeah, don't play Eugene. I tried hard to make that deck a thing, but it's just not worth it.
Alright, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. We are KCCCG. Check us down in the description below. If you need to buy any singles, message our Facebook page and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.